I hated her.
You what?
I never loved Rebecca.
You didn't?
Nor did Rebecca love me. She was vicious, damnable, rotten through and through. She was incapable of love. But she was clever, of course. No one would guess, meeting her, that she was not the kindest person in the world. Everybody was taken in, like I was. They sat at her feet and worshipped her. She was so lovely, so amusing. She fooled me too. I'll never forget her smile, her haunting, taunting smile. I may forget the things she said, but I will never forget her smile. I found her out pretty soon. You remember that time? We drove in the car to the hills above Monte Carlo. That's where she told me things I shall never repeat. She made a bargain with me up there. She would go on cheating, but play the loving spouse. She knew I would sacrifice pride on a personal feeling, rather than sacrifice our little world. After 1 week of marriage, I'd not reveal the things she has told me then, with that smile on her face. I'll never forget her smile, her haunting, taunting smile. I may forget the things she said, but I will never forget her smile. And she kept her part of the deal, the beauty of Mandalay that you see today. The Mandalay people talk about paint and photograph. It's all due to her, to Rebecca. But she began to grow careless. Ask her lovers down here to spend the night at the cottage with them. I warned her, but she shrugged her shoulders and smiled. I'll never forget her smile. One of her lovers was a cousin, a fellow called Jack Favell.
I know him. He came here the day you went to London.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I thought it would remind you of Rebecca.
Remind me? Great God. As if I needed reminding. Well, one day she went up to London and came back the same day. I couldn't find her in the house. I guess she'd gone off with Favell down to the cove. The thing just had to be settled. I set off to the cottage. To my surprise, Rebecca was alone. She was lying on the divan with an ashtray full of cigarette stubs beside her. She looked ill, strange, but she smiled. I said, I've kept my part of our damnable bargain. But you've cheated. You think you can treat my house like your sinkhole in London. She got up, stretched, and standing right before me, she said, what would you say if I had a child? Who would know it wasn't yours? It would be mine for sure, and when you died, Mandalay would be his. I'll be a perfect mother, Max, like I've been the perfect wife, and none will ever guess, and none will ever know. Never forget her smile, her haunting, taunting smile. That's when I lost my mind. I pushed her back. She stumbled and fell. She must have hit her head or something, for when I bent down to help her up, she was dead. But she still smiled. I carried her out to the boat. I left her in the cabin And I took the boat of that night and sank it there where they found it today. She knew all the time she would win in the end. I'll never forget her smile, her haunting, taunting smile. I may forget the things she said, but I will never forget. I'll never forget. I'll never forget her smile.
Why didn't you call the police? It was an accident!
Who would have believed me? I panicked.
Did anybody see you that night?
I don't know. I don't think so. The staff had gone to bed already.